Hey guys, we'll begin in a moment. I just need to clean up. I'm sorry, I had a little technical issue before when I thought I'd go live at, what time is it? I wanted to go live at noon, had a little technical issue. It's resolved now, but I'm just kind of cleaning up my side spot here. So what I'm going to do today is draw a little bit, some sketch cards. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Philbo Publishing, they have a bunch of great comics out there. His main comic, I want to call it I think the term is flagship comic is Tragedy, which is a fantastic book. Got fantastic artwork in there. He's got a bunch of others. A while back on Facebook, Phil Russett, the owner of Philbo Publishing, asked, put a search out, who wanted to do sketch cards. And I said, I want to do some sketch cards. I haven't done them in a while. I enjoy doing them. And, he sent out he sent the sketch cards out. I got them a couple of weeks ago, maybe about 2-3 weeks ago. And since I've read the book, I've read some of the Philbo books, but I've never actually worked on them. I spend time going through his characters, trying to really learn them, and making a bunch of sketches. Now, the way I work with sketch cards, I like the concept of thinking it doesn't matter the size. If I'm doing, an 11 by 17 print, like a drawing, a pin-up type of thing, or I'm doing a sketch card, my mentality is the same, and it's all about storytelling. It's just about how much I could fit on a fit in the story, like on the page, right? So just give me 1 second. I'm going to turn my fan on. It's a little warm in here. So let me know if you can hear the fan, if it's bothering you guys. So what happened was I spent time getting to learn the characters, and I really love them, and there's a bunch that are really great. And what I did was I always draw large, and then I go and put them I scan them in, and then I try, and then I light box and trace everything here. I'm sorry for whatever is going on over there. Is that because of this, or is that because it's a light box? How the camera's going? I've never seen that before working on a light box. Okay. CHW artist, hello. I don't know your actual name, but hey, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my sketch cards out, and that Phil sent me, and I'm going to start working on them in here. And what I'm going to do right now is trace some on, and what I always tend to do is I go out and I keep the Strathmore Bristol. I know you guys can't see right now. Let's turn this off until I start going onto here. And I always keep one of these or two of these next to. Jeez, I keep hitting it because I turned it around today. I keep a couple of these. Che, I guess that's how you say your name, Che. Well, it's nice to see you. Nice to meet you, Che. And I keep one or two of these out to test my pencils on. Maybe some marker, some ink. I'm probably going to work with. Like microns today. Sometimes I like to go in with my dip pen, but I don't have the steadiness for it. But these are shrunken down to 2.5 by 3.5. So you can see I'm covering everything perfectly here. You know, a couple of these I want to fix, like the idea on the Dracula one. Jeez, I got to turn this the other way. It's just how the wire's set up. Sorry. The Dracula card here. Let's see if I can bring this down without messing up my setup here. That's as best as I can do. I put a couple of rings, like curved lines. They're going to go out throughout the whole card. I just put this down for a note to myself, and what I'll do is I'll take out one of my templates and just kind of keep going until it gets larger or smaller, almost, you know, Dracula's power of like hypnosis or something where he's, but the idea is that he's coming out to try to choke you or grab you by the throat. I don't know if it comes across that way. So I don't know if I'm going to do this one right now. And I'd like to do the monster's pants and maybe something around him. I haven't decided yet, but I wanted him to be a little on the happier side. This character, who I'm blanking on name right now, is from Madcaps. This is this tragedy, and this is from one of his latest books, Papa. And I think I could have cleaned up the scans a little bit better, but that's what I'm working with. Now, where did I put, this is going to be the important question, where did I put Phil's sketch cards? Give me one second. I think they're on my other table. Not here. Not this. Here they are. All right. Now I haven't even got to block my address from here. I haven't even opened the box yet. So let me get out a scissor here. Open the box up. Now, I did also give an invite for this stream to any artist working on the Philbo sketch cards. So we're all on a Facebook group together, and I posted the link there. So if anybody, so we may have some artists pop in later. It's an open invite. They don't need to, if they don't come on, they don't come on. It'd be cool if they can. I haven't met other artists. I only know a couple that are working on them. And I know some are at work and are just maybe even going to watch if they can. So I also sent them this YouTube link, or if you're connected with me personally on Facebook, you can see me there. But wow, you really packed these cards well. I still need the scissor to cut this all open here. That's one side. Let's go over to this side. Now, while I'm doing this, just to let you know, anybody watching who makes their own comics or has illustration, needs illustration work done, I recently lost my day gig due to the parent company closing the company I worked for down. And so I am available for work, illustration, comics, whatever, both cartoony, superhero, manga style, I don't care. I'm just happy to. So this is everything he sent me. So the artist proofs are mine. That's the blue. Wow, he sent a lot. I asked for 15 cards to draw. So these red cards here, he may have sent a couple of extra. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so I got 15 cards here, and I've got 6 pieces of art at the moment. And if anybody is a fan of the Philbo comics and wants a commission of a Philbo character, I have these artist proofs that I could do, and you know that I'm not sending back to Phil. So I'm just going to start with one, and let me get out my supplies here. They're all in my traveling clipboard. Whoop! And there went an eraser. So. All right, let me get a sip of water. My artist tape's on the other side of the room. I work in a couple of different spots in the studio. My drawing table I haven't been at in a couple of weeks, so things are all over my studio right now, not where I normally keep them. All right, I got that. I got my new pack of microns here. I had to buy. I was running out of supplies. I was using a brand that I normally use. I don't know if it's. I'll show you guys something. If I can find where I put it. I was just moving stuff around so I can clean for working here, and I don't know. Anyway, let me grab this. I was using a brand. I think it was the Statler brand, and they started to bleed a bit. So I decided to go back to microns. I also tried the Ohuhu brand, and they're nice. I like them, but they don't come out as black as I'd like them to. So I'm going to play with them a little more. I thought I bought the wrong one and got a gray one, but when I looked somewhere, it said black on it. And I went back to the one I purchased where I think I bought these on Amazon, and it said black. So I just think they're not sharp blacks. You say I work as an artist and cartoonist. I draw ballet and others. Oh, interesting. I'd have to, drop a link to your work. I'll look at it after I stream. So anyway, let's start. And I like how he packed these. He's got, and now I'm turning it off because of the way my arm is set up here. So he packed it in a nice hard case, and then in a what do you call it? A regular one. Now, because it has a red, either the red back, it might be too dark. I haven't tried this out. I normally work with. Is this a separate? Ooh, this is nice. Oh no, it's separate. I think, right? Nope, I think it's one whole piece here. Anyway, it looks like it's separate. Yeah, no. So I don't know if this is actually going to show through or not. Not at all. Ooh, that's not going to work well for me. Okay. I'm used to tracing everything. Hold on. Let's see. Is that... Nope. It is completely... I got to turn this the other way. Hold on. I keep turning it off. It was for the wire. All right. Well, I guess this will just be reference for me, and I will. I'll just draw. I don't usually like. I don't even think I need this now. Then, hold on. Turn that off. Let me take this down because if I'm just copying, I don't need the light board anymore. All right, it's not my favorite way to work, but because I feel I capture so much of the emotion in the original sketch that I like to try to work off of that. But since this is going to be the case, I will. Let's see. Can I bring this down a little more? Okay. If I draw up here, you'll be able to see that. All right, who do I want to go with first then? Okay, let's play with I always I like the book I got. I backed his Kickstarter for the what do you call it? For the book, for the pop-up book, and I read it and I really enjoyed it. And you know, if you're not familiar, go follow Philbo Publishing on Instagram, and I think there's a Facebook page. But also you can do Philbo Distribution. He's Phil's now distributing indie comics. I might change this a little bit now, but I guess I might make it a little bigger than it was over here. Coming in. It's ready to go higher. Get this coffee. Just put his other hand out over here. Then if you watch my Get in Tune show that I do every Wednesday night on YouTube here and on Facebook, you could see I did a couple look up Phil Rossett, who is Phil from Philbo, and you can watch my interviews with him. He's a great guy, very intelligent about the industry, loves comics, loves comic creators, does some really good stuff, you know. Here. Johanna, the ballerina rabbit who dances. Johanna's the most worked on illustration series I've made. That sounds familiar to me. Maybe have I seen your stuff on social media, or have you run a Kickstarter? All right, I'm gonna look that up on my phone in a moment. Whoops, that's my phone. Where's my phone? Let me just get that. I'll turn that sound off so it doesn't happen again. Give me a sec. I came in here. I'm one of the most absent-minded people you'll ever meet with where I put stuff. I just heard my phone go off. And when I don't turn it upside down to see the case, it's always black, so I don't know where anything is. Give me a sec. Because it's going to happen again. I came in. I put my stuff down here. And that's my reader. You're not it. I don't know. I guess I'll look later. We'll have to deal with it. I'm sorry, guys. If anyone's trying to text me, I apologize. But that sounded like a Facebook alert. All right, let me get back to what I was doing here. Now, one of the things about this story, and I'm not going to give anything away, but um, the character spent time in Vietnam, although it's not, you don't really see it in this book. So, but what I got from it reading was, there's a spot where where he's talking to one of the guys and uh, in his unit, and they're talking about what they're going to do when they get out. And to be honest, I don't know which one is him, but I want to think it's the guy who just kind of wants the simple life. And um, I felt like the one who wanted the simple life did not want to be there, was not into the war. And so I have the military a little bit sad here. There is some sadness in the opening here, and there's a really cool part at the end. I just didn't want to give it away at the sketch card, but I might do another one. Like, one of Phil's rules was he asked us not to repeat a character. And so what I want to do is I want to do it from another angle where all you're seeing is maybe the character's arm or hand or something. Um, I hear the phone vibrating. I also just felt it, so is it on the chair I'm sitting on? Uh-oh. I don't want to break my phone. Give me a sec. Yes, it was. I just heard it drop when I picked up the pillow I use for my back. There it is. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. So yeah, I think I want to do another Super D. So how you doing, man? What's he say? So wonderful to see you making the world a brighter. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So yeah, this is like I said, for Philbo Publishing. These are some sketch cards I'm doing. I was hoping I could work off my light box, but due to the cards being so thick, I can't. Which, these are real. I've never worked on cards this thick before. It's really great, but I think it's because of the backing. I think I'm hoping the front. So I'm gonna have to do a test, and I can't really waste. So I might waste an artist's proof when I test the inks I want to use or how I want to color. Because I'm thinking colored pencil. I love colored pencil, but is it going to be as bright as I want it to be, and should I go to alcohol markers? So I'm going to experiment and maybe waste a proof. I have him a little sad. Here I have him a little happier. And the only reason I wanted to make him kind of sad is because he is thinking about stuff that's been going on. And, the scene where he's drinking coffee, he kind of, I think, goes back to the war in his head a little bit. I don't remember if that's the scene or if when he's driving his granddaughter. So, he's got kind of this liver spot or something up there. I don't know what it was. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. You don't have to call me. What is it? And Super D. I know you're being polite and stuff, but you can always call me Michael. We know each other. So, and that's another. And by the way, go on and watch Super D's interviews on my show, Get in Tune. You can find them here on YouTube. I have to move some to my live playlist. I can move a lot actually to the live playlist. Yeah, I know in the long run, sketch cards, in the industry don't pay a lot, but I love working on them. You know, because I love trying to be able to tell a story in it's smaller than a panel I usually work on. Here. One fact about your OC, Johanna, does that say Austrian? It's a little, yeah, Austrian. That's cool. You know, now that I got my phone next to me, let me look her up. I feel like I've seen images somewhere of her. Um, Johanna, what is it called? The ballerina rap. Austrian rap. Indiana who loves ballet, wears pink and dreams. I have seen this very hold on one second. Ballerina. Okay, so I'm following you. That's why I'm just looking at your work on here on your page here. It's kind of got a very animated feel to it. I like that. Very classic, style here. It's very nice. I like it. Good stuff. All right, let's get back to Papa here. See, I feel like this kind of lost a little something in here, and that's why I like my. I don't know if I'm going to get the same. I might have to change the background here. You're welcome, man. That it really is good stuff. All right, now let's put the military guy back here. Oh, it's help me going the other way. Put it down. I'm looking down too. So let's put this guy over here. So, and look at the strap. I don't think I'll be able to fit the gun in there. This might be the only one I get done on the stream today because I think I want his head tilted down a bit more. Let me get my eraser out. Let's tilt that. This way, raise it just a bit. Yeah, I don't think I'll get that gun really in there now. I'll fix this. That'll get fixed, I think. And how do I have the lid in? Unfortunately, this is as close as I can bring the camera at the moment. All right. So that. so much better. But I'll see what I can fix and ink in a moment. All right. I think I had this kind of, I don't know, outline back here. If you look, if I put the card at the bottom, it would have been room. But since I can't trace, I'm not going to have that room now. Take a sip of water. My microns. I got my new set here. And let me show you, you guys. Remember I mentioned I had this other sketch card here. I bought the Ohuhu markers, multi-liners to try out again, which I like, but I think when they dry, they don't dry black enough for me. So I'll just show you. I'll do a. I'll just do this right here. Whoops. And this is one of the sketch cards that you just buy, you know, strap or stuff. So I mean, you can see it looks kind of okay. I'll bring it a little closer if it doesn't. Let's see if it can focus on that. I think that might be a little better right around there. I like it, but it's just I don't think it's dark enough. So I'm just going to go back and work with microns for now. Of course, everything falls. All right. I think I'll start with the number 3. Let's just lighten this up a bit. Just a little bit, not a lot. Sorry. Okay. I feel like I need a magnifying glass for these. Let's just start with kind of this. I'm not working in a way you can see me now. So let's, can I bring the camera out just a little bit more? It's not going to be zoomed in as much, but I know it's a little small for you guys to see. So let's see. Yeah, I think this is the only one I'm going to get done. I don't even know if I'm going to get a chance to color it the way I want to. So, as I mentioned earlier, you got to remember sometimes I get quiet when I draw, and I'm streaming. I should be chatting, so you guys aren't just listening to dead air. Maybe hear the fan in the background. I don't know. But I should be talking. Um, but yeah, so these are for Philbo Publishing, which has a bunch of great characters here. And I'll probably stream another one of these maybe over the weekend or next week. Um, but also, I'm taking commissions at the moment. I'm open for illustration work, whatnot, educational, cartooning work. If you guys want to learn to draw comics, I'm happy to do that, visit schools. Later, thing later to do the Steam. Copying the background will be black around all the characters and stand out. All right, I'm going to give this a moment to dry before I start working on any of the other stuff here. I had a couple like dimples over here. I just felt we needed some more lines. Okay. That. This one. I'm just pulling out the markers I want while I'm working. I'll probably bring out these. Work on the rest with these four, which is the graphic one, the brush pen, the three which I've been using, and then the 01. So just give it a moment, let it dry. In the meantime, you can remember you can find me right here on michaelgracia.com, at Michael Gracia on both Instagram and YouTube. So besides the sketch cards, what else am I working on? Well, I can tell you guys right now, I have the manga I'm working on, my Thunder Mark 7 in my original concept. I have the idea for possibly a new strip that could fall into the category of my old strip, The Wiz. Not featuring The Wiz, but the characters could mix in with them. I don't know. Hold on. I just realized I don't know which mic this is hooked up to, and the mic has been blowing into the fan. Um, yes, I'm sorry. If you guys have heard the fan this whole time, I apologize. I wish somebody said something. Um, I had it hooked up to a mic that was a little far away from me, and I'm glad you were all able to hear me since you've been interacting. But it was pointing directly into the fan, and I'm sorry about that. So I hope that fixed the noise. Um, but I have a bunch of my own personal projects I'm working on that hopefully will bring in a few bucks. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could announce. Well, my children's book is one drawing away from being completed, which I keep been saying for a while. I just haven't sat down to draw it. Um, it's a how to draw page of the main character, so I was just trying to figure out a simple way for kids to copy my character. Um, so let's move into the one category right now. I think I can start inking. You know what? Where's my smudge guard? I haven't been wearing that just to be safe. I think that's by my computer. All right. Is this the number one? Yes, it is. Um, oh, I was saying, yeah. So my children's book is almost done. I do have another one in my head, but I really want to just start making some comics at the moment. Um, I do have another children's book uh, in mind that I have kind of written the first book to, but it's, in my opinion, it feels more like an outline than an actual um, book at the moment. You know, like an actual story. Um, but I do think it might be one of my better ideas. I've always liked the idea of doing children's books. I've illustrated a couple in the past. Nothing popular that most people would know. But yeah, no, I've always liked illustrating for kids and kid-friendly stuff. I love drawing cartoon animals, but not all my stuff is cartoon animal based in story. They're just some of my favorites to draw, you know. Hope you guys can see. I know my hand blocks it a little bit when I draw. Unfortunately, I can't set up the camera on the other side. You should be over my left shoulder since I'm right-handed. Oh, you know what? I got some ideas now to. Let's pop that out. That line shouldn't have gone as long as it did. So we'll give it a. What I'm going to have to do, I was thinking maybe add some kind of foliage around the military side. I'd have to look up what kind of plants. I'll need my phone for a moment. So. Okay. Let me just take a moment to look up plant life. Getting a little hungry right now. Not that I want to stop, but I could go for like a slice of pizza. see. Come on. You know, I think I'm just going to do like high grass. Just to kind of keep it simple. Oh, I drew this all off the screen so you can't really see, but there's some high grass over there, and we'll just have a little bit kind of go into it there. I'm going to leave that, and all this background will be black everywhere. There's empty space, will be black. So let's give this a moment to dry, then I'll erase it. Yeah, I could, hold on, before I finish that off, I could probably put some, I don't want to make it too crazy here, but some of the grass going off like that. All right, that makes it better for me. So I hope everyone's enjoying who's watching. I think this looks pretty. What happened to the tape I had on here? Let me just put a new piece. These are really nice quality cards. I just wish I can see through them to capture the emotion I had in the other cards. And I'm seeing a few things I'd like to add in. Like I didn't add in that shadow on here. Can I bring this down a bit? Sorry, it's on a shelf that doesn't. It's not screwed into the wall, but I'll do that with colored pencil or something. It's not a bad replica. I just wish I made Papa a little smaller, but I like that he's larger now. Let's see here. So I'll put. You have a music box ballerina character. It made some illustration. Nice. Give it another moment, and then I'll do my erasing. I'll add in the blacks, and then maybe I'll color. Now that I'm looking at it, though, I wish I did the hairy arms. Since I'm coloring through colored pencil, I think it would have blended better. But oh well. All right, I think that's enough. Let's see, where's my eraser? Let's start with Papa over here. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing now. Let's just angle it down a little bit, make it easier. All right, Jay. Thank you for watching. It's erasing pretty well on here. Excuse me. All right. I think that looks pretty good, pretty erased. Let's get the brush pen. Whoa, hold on. Don't want that shelf to fall. Since we're all over here now and I'm zooming in. All right, let's get some blacks in here. I'll turn that into something. That line wasn't supposed to be there. And I guess while I'm being silent, I shouldn't be, but while I'm drawing here, let me just talk again about um, what's going on with me. I mean, number one, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving and enjoying the holiday season right now. I've been Christmas shopping a little bit. I'm just down to the last couple of gifts from my wife. Got some ideas. I'll figure that out though. I think I'll leave. No, I don't like the way the teats would look that way. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for last minute gifts, I have what the heck's the name of it? Is it Fourth Wall store? If you go to my website, michaelgracia.com, under the shop, you can get a link to go there. And I got some stuff. I got a Wiz hat, a Wiz shirt up there. There's some prints of my art you can buy. Great last minute gift uh, ideas if you need. I think they're pretty quick on delivery too. Um, so I'm going to be adding to that store too. I got to sit down and figure out what I think people would like from me. If you guys have ideas and want to write them or message me on social media, you can do that as well. I'm going to do that with colored pencil, but I think I might just add in some. Yeah, I like that a little better here. Let's just give a little darkness over there. Okay, I think that looks pretty decent right now. Okay. I think I want to get the one I hate using all the time. It's the 005. It is because these are what, in millimeters, I think, or whatever. But this point is so thin, I break it every time I use it. I never use this pen. I got to be very gentle, and I'm a little heavy-handed when I tend to work, but it adds some nice detail into the shirt, almost like there's a little stitching or pattern in there. Just add a little button over there and everything. I'm liking that. I'm just going to add a little dark underneath the chin here. Get a little more of a natural shadow into here. Let's do the same over here. Wow, I like that. It's nice. I'd even just keep it black and white, but I think I want to color it. And on the back, I can put my name. Let's add some wrinkles by his eyes. Let's add a little shadow to right over here, to this side of the nose. Let's do a little bit over here to him too. Right into there. I'll do that with colored pencil. Maybe I'll add a little wrinkle over here to his shirt. All right. And let's add some texture to the helmet. How do I want to do that? I'm just going to add a little. Let's keep it simple. Okay. Let's bring that up into there. All right, let's add a little shadow into there. All right, I think that is done for the moment in the sense of inking. I don't know if I want to add anything else. I think we'll see when I color it in. You know, maybe I'll use actual. I'll go with marker, I think, on this here. Let me grab some markers. Have them right on the floor next to me. I got my This is the Oh Hoo Hoo. These are my skin tones. I think I want to use on here. Let's see how. What does Buttercup Yellow look like? Now I know some people color before they ink, but I don't know. I like to ink first. Reddish yellow. No, a little too. I want something. What's this? This is kind of a pinkish, it said. A little too much. That's a gray. What's this beige here? What color is this? Did I put this in upside down? Yeah, I did. Okay. That might be good. All right, let's get to a. Looks pretty good. Now, if I want to darken up here, look dark. Let's do a test. See if it dries dark or if I have to get another color to blend in up here. I think I might get a darker color to blend in. Let's try. This is a beige. Let's try this yellow, a powdery orange. What does that look like next to it? Too dark. Melon, too dark. I don't know if I tried this. Reddish yellow, too dark. What do we got here? A light bright orange, too dark. What was that? Didn't I try reddish pink earlier? How does that? I don't know if that's the same as baby skin pink. I think that's drying as the reddish yellow. That might be my best choice. Did I try powder pink? I think I'll go with the. Ooh, here's a salmon pink. I'm sorry you guys can't see. I'm looking down to try colors here. And this beige right here is the skin tone I use. So I'm looking to see what'll work nice with it. What did I say? I tried baby pink. What if I went with, what was this? This is the one I wanted to try, the baby. I think that's too much. This is powder pink. That one's the powder pink right there. That one might be my best bet. All right, let me play around a little bit with it. I mean, it's going to have to be because it's what I'm choosing to work with. So it's going to be the pink I work with the whole. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. I like that. Sometimes I tend to wait for my wife to be home when I color because I'm actually colorblind. But I understand color. Well, I'm shade blind. I see colors, and when they start blending together, I have trouble telling them apart. So you know what? I'm going to do all the skin tones first, and then I'm going to come in and powder pink. That's the color I was using. No, I was using a beige. I put the wrong color back. Oh, baby beige right here. It's just powder pink is mine. Sorry, I keep coloring closer to the bottom where you can't see what's going on. All right. You know, I got to say, I think I like these markers better than Copics. They're also a good price. I totally forgot to color that earring. Give me a sec. Oh, my cat is. I think it's time that he's hungry. I didn't mean to color there. I'll color over that later. Okay, let me put a little bit. Let's just spread out some of that. All right. Actually looks pretty nice. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, am I in the beige? Let's do his arms and stuff here. Okay, let's add some shadows in. Let's give a little bit of shadow over up here. Okay, put a little bit in there. Just got a little bit, don't worry. That shirt I'm gonna make a dark red, so the little mistake I made there will be covered up. All right. My cat is sitting and staring at me creepily, so I'm going to be right back. I don't want to stop the stream. So in the meantime, you could, remember this is where I'm at. And I'll be back literally in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to get him a little bit of food. I got to open up a new can, drop a few pieces down, a couple of treats, and we'll be fine. In the meantime, you can look at what I've been doing. Give me literally like anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. All right. I apologize for this, but he needs it, and I can fill up my water bottle. I'm almost out. All right. I'll be right back. Come on, Sesame. Let's get your food. Come on. Sorry. I didn't mean to make that noise. All right, guys, I'm back. Thank you for those who stayed. I appreciate it. Hopefully, he's relaxed after that. Now, all right, I was working on this guy here. You know, maybe I'll keep, nah, because I color, I don't want to mess this up. All right, let's get back here. So that's the shading one. This is the major skin tone. Let's put this back in here. All right, I should have added a little more shine to him, but whatever. All right, let's get some shadow here. Okay, let's add a little bit more of this right here to him. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. All right, let's get the, in case I do another pop, I'm just going to move these over so I know where they are in here and turn them upside down that way so I know that's what I was working with. I need to get more of these markers. I really enjoy them. I think these are all their grays. I might have to bring some Copic into it, but my Copics or touch markers, but they're a little on the drier side. Yeah, these are all my gray Ohuhus, right? These are Ohuhus. Yeah. All right. Let me get a couple of. Actually, speaking of grays, I'll do his hair. Red gray 20. Let's see how this looks because the character is supposed to, I believe, was a redhead. I can't tell. I need the broad tip on here. No, I don't like that. It almost looks good for a skin tone to me. I think I want a cool gray. Let's get a cool gray. What about a cool gray? What? No, this says cool gray 42. It's a little dark, maybe a little too blue. What's a natural gray? Natural gray 22. Let's see that. That's actually not bad. Let's see what a warm gray could do. Warm gray 140. A little too. I'm just going to go with the cool gray, I think. Actually, hold on. Now that I'm looking, I see a neutral gray. Let's see how this looks. I think I'm liking the cool. I'll go with the natural gray. Give me 1 second on here. All right. Nope. Go with this here. Let's see how that dries. But I'm liking that a lot. Let me get a red from my Copics that's in front of me. I need to get I thought I had a regular. Let me see. Hold on. Sesame, I already fed you. Let's see, what do I got over here? What's this here? Colorless blending. I might have to stop, guys, if he's not going to shut up, but hold on. Whoops. Don't mind the. Oh, that kind of scared him. Sorry about that, but he's out of the room now. Let's see. Oh, he's waiting. And now he's coming. Let me I'll do a red. And let's get a. You know what? Maybe I'll use the cool gray that I was looking at, and put the red over it. So I was looking at the cool gray over here. Let's just do a test, see how it works. There's some red. Maybe I should put the gray down first and see how the red takes it over. So let's just say I got that there. And then hold on, Sesame. Did this take any of the red? No. I don't know if it's going to work out well. Maybe if I do it this way. Let's test. So like, let's just say I do some random lines. And then I come in. Oh, so the grays do, it's subtle, but the grays do appear. Okay. So let me do the gray first. I just want to put it over the wrinkles, really. And in some shadow spots. Okay, let's get a little bit right in here. Just kind of balance it out a little bit. Okay. Now let's go in with the red. I'm almost done, Sesame. I fed him, but I think now he wants just to hang out. Sometimes he likes to have me walk around the house after he has eaten, sometimes before he's eaten. It's his way of saying get off your butt and get some exercise, because you're always sitting down in your studio. I think I might do that smoke that I wanted to add in here with colored pencil. I haven't decided. I think that might look good. Okay. It's looking pretty good, I think. All right, give me a moment. I'm going to look up. So, again, this is how I color, being colorblind, but color was the U.S. military uniforms during the Vietnam War. I mean, I'm sure that it's just olive drab green, so I would just need like an olive kind of green, maybe mix it with a gray to do it. But I just want to be safe that I'm pulling out the right color. So I think I saw an olive green in here earlier. That's green grass. I have a forest green, which might work. See, it's a yellow green, grass green. I'm just trying to pull out all my green so I don't brick. Well, this is a deep olive green. Let's see if I can mix it with something. So I know I saw a green gray in the grays here. Let's make it drab. So that's a green gray 90. This is a green gray 80 and a 30 here. Okay, let's try this out. I got a bunch of greens here, which I just need the olive, but okay. He makes me feel so bad with his crying sounds. All right, let's see how this works here. I can see where that, I feel like that might be a little too dark. So what if I take, say, something like this, which is 30%, and mix it with maybe the forest green. That's actually not bad in my eyes. We'll try it one more time. We're going to try it with, what's this? No. Let's try it with grass green. I think I like that one a lot. So I think I'm going to do that. That was the forest green with it. All right. Let's go here. Number 1. Let's get his. Oh, you can't see what I'm working on, sorry. Okay. 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 I'm going to put a little darker color on that, maybe like a brown or something. I do want to get a brownish color out for the gun. Let's get a raw umber, natural oak, potato brown, brick brown, and I think I'm going to use the grass green, even though I wouldn't. I think they should be a little darker on this. What's it called there? On the plants. Let's see, raw umber. It's kind of a dark. Let's see, this one, that was raw umber. This is a natural oak, which I might use. Actually, I think I might go gray with it because it should be a black kind of for the gun, I think. The potato, I always like this brown. What's this one here? Brick brown. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is pull out a gray and play with the potato brown. But I think for the band, I'm going to go with the natural oak. Okay. I'm not even going to worry about the shading. Just going to let it. And what was that on my phone? Give me a sec. No, just an advertisement. All right, let's get out kind of a dark gray for the gun. Oh, not from here. Let's pull out the gray from here. I think I'm going to do Let's see what this natural gray looks like here. This is a natural gray. It says 130. I mean, that could work. It looks like it's getting close to black over there, but I think I might want something a little lighter to start with, at least. Do we have a light natural? Natural gray. This is a 22. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to start with that one, and I'll put this other one on top of it. Okay. I know what I'm doing. At least I'm faking it if I don't. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I know. All right, let's put a little bit into here. And then we're just going to add in a little bit of this one here. So shadows coming in. Let's put it over here. Doing a little bit on this side. All right, let's get a little bit brighter of a green behind him. I think I want to maybe add in a little bit of that potato brown on it. But we'll see. I think I'll throw a little bit of that potato brown in. Is this it? Nope, that's the natural oak. Green. Just kind of in the shadow area, you know, like a little bit in by the hat. What I'll do, let's get that green back in. Oops, dropped it. Let's get that green back in. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Let me turn it upside down, just adding a little bit over the brown. All right. Now he has, like I said, I think he's kind of got a reddish hair. So let me look up what color would be good. I know some people tend to lean towards an orange, but that's not going to be what I'm doing here. I'm not going to give him bright orange hair. So Yellow, red, reds, maybe some violet or earth colors. All right, so let's look for kind of in the yellowish, reddish family. Let's do, okay, let me see what yellows I got in here. Might be a little, that's I think more towards the green family. Maybe. YR12. Hold on, Sesame, I'm almost done. YR. Okay, let's see what these do here. I have got a YR12 right here, which isn't bad. I also pulled out a honey, which might be nice to mix with it. But let's see, maybe, do I have a lightish red I can pull? I only have dark reds. And this is some kind of orange. But I think it should be like a lighter orange. Let's see here. I might be able to add that into it. Okay, let's see what I get. We're going to start with the YR12 here. Okay. Oh, I totally forgot to do his skin tone on his ear. I'm going to throw in a little bit of honey on top. Oops, I'll pick that up later. Wrong one. We'll throw a little honey on top of it. I'm going to bring... All right, and let me do his ear before I forget. So I was using, I put them away, but I know what they are. I need the beige first here. Okay, I'm just going to leave it alone like that. And I think maybe I'll go with a light blue. Oh, geez, almost dropped all my stuff. Let's see, maybe a light blue gray for his... let's see, what does this look like? Yeah, I like that. All right, let's bring this in. Okay. All right. Let's. Really, it's just the smoke, and the question is, do I want to do it in colored pencil or not the smoke, but the steam from the coffee? That's my only question. I would like a light. Let's see what this looks like here. Or should I go lighter? That. Where's that red that I did? Let's see how it goes over the red. So the red is right here. You know what? That's not too bad, I think. I want the steam to kind of just. How do I want the steam to go? Let's see. Who do we got? I think I might hold off on that one for now. You know, this looks like it might be nice to throw into here a little bit. Yeah, that feels a little better to me anyway. Maybe I'll use something else then, since I just. Let me think about it. I'm just going to look something up on my phone real quick, guys. Thank you for still watching. I appreciate everything. Um, hmm. um, Give me 1 second. So yeah, I don't know. In the meantime, tell me, what do you guys think of that as a sketch? Does it need the steam? I kind of feel like it does, because the idea was the coffee was moving in, the steam was moving into his memories, and all right, let's just do this here. That's a green gray. I didn't want that. Whoops, that's a blue gray. I don't want that. Was I okay with this? I don't remember now which one I was choosing. Yeah, let's just go with this one here. So I'm just gonna. Now I know you can't kind of see it. You got to look closely at it. Let me bring this down if I can. Hold on. Hold up. Okay. So I don't know if you can see the steam I just did. You can see a little bit on the cup right there. There's a little bit of gray. And then it kind of comes up and goes in there. It kind of blends in with the shirt, which I don't mind. I didn't want the what's it called? Like a black outline to point you. I wanted it to be a little more subtle. So yeah, this one is done. Let me grab a marker here. Hold on. I just want to add a little bit of shading underneath the fingers here. Okay. I'm just going to have it like that. Maybe we'll do a little bit underneath the lip here of it, which is right here. Okay. There we go. I think that looks good. There we go. And now I could sign on the front. I don't know if I should. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go. The artist is. All right. And this was done today is 12/5/25. And I think I'll sign, whoops. I think I'll just sign the back. Which I'll put right here. There we go. So this is officially done. I think it came out pretty nice. And what I've been working on it the whole stream, basically, outside of a few minutes. So about 2 hours to do this card. I think I just want to add a couple of more things right here. Let's maybe add a little bit under here. Just want a little bit more shading on it. Let's get a little bit of hair that comes off. All right. All right, now this card is done. I don't want to touch anymore and screw it up. Whoa. So while I'm packing up the card, so I know I don't do any damage to it, you could visit michaelgracia.com. If you go to my shop page, store, whatever I titled it, I don't remember, merch, I don't know. You can pick up some stuff on Fourth World. They're pretty fast if you're looking for Christmas gift. I'd probably order now. But I'm probably going to take this out again and scan it so I have a nice copy of it. But just put a little piece of tape on the back so you guys can see. That is what I've done. Now, I'll probably do another live stream maybe this weekend or next week, doing another sketch card. In between then, I'm hoping that I get a few more sketch cards done and I can show them off to you. But yeah, this is for Philbo Publishing. This is from his comic Papa, from the first issue. Fantastic book. Yeah, check out his stuff. And if you haven't already done so, please like and follow me on YouTube and Instagram, both my name, Michael Gracia. And I have my weekly show Wednesday nights, Get in Tune. I have a great show this Wednesday coming, and then the following Wednesday is my holiday show, and then we're going to take 2 weeks off because it is Christmas Eve and then New Year's Eve. So I won't do a show those 2 days, and I'll be back the following week after New Year's. So with that, I will see you all later. Thanks for watching, and if I don't see you guys or talk to you, have a great and safe holiday. All right. Bye, guys.